My name's Jed Kirk. I'm a member of Jedi Farming. We're based in Kokstad, KwaZulu-Natal. We're based on a farm just outside the town, Stony Brook. We've been set up here since 2008. We've been in the earth-moving game initially, and we have moved on into the agricultural line of work, which would include custom harvesting, planting, and we do land prep and other farm-related work, mainly for the dairy industry, as well as beef farmers. We do a bit of their work as well. So our silage operation started off in 2011 when we saw a need with our farmers that we were working for a contractor. The silage game for us has changed quite a bit in the last few years. The challenges that we are facing is bigger crops. As seed varieties improve and things like that, and the management of the crop gets better, so the yields are getting better. That being one challenge. Another thing is being the haulage. As dairy farmers are expanding their operations, their farms, they tend to push their maize further away. So we're having to haul heavier crops further. And lastly, the seasons have definitely the windows become shorter. We're having to do a lot more work in less time, which has put us under pressure. Seasonal changes, one being the later rainfall, meaning later planting, which means we get in later, but we don't finish later. We're still finishing on the same time, which will be around about mid-May. So the pressures have definitely got bigger as the years have gone on. Farmers have become more, I would say, a bit more demanding in a sense, in that their operations rely heavily on the food that they have in their pits. So that being said, we understand that whatever gets cut for that farmer during that day or that week, however long we're with them, determines their feed for their cattle for the rest of the year, determines their milk. So we understand that they're under a lot of pressure to get that feed cut right, and that pressure is put onto us. So that's why we've chosen to go with John Deere. We are confident with the machine to take on big challenge in terms of the workload. We've got great service from them, from our local dealer. Their backup's great from sales right through to the parts as well. We just feel that they've got our back, and it's about every machine's going to go down at some point, but it's the speed at which you can get up and running again, and that's what we need. And over the last 9 years or so of harvesting, I think our worst downtime has been not more than, I'd say, 48 hours. That's probably been our worst in 9 years, and that might have just been one incident as well. Other than that, we've got a great record with the machine. We feel it's been part of our success in that we try to stay on schedule. The schedules are difficult, they're tight. You're moving from farm to farm, you've got rain, you've got very, very difficult conditions. Our terrain is very up and down, so the machines are working hard, and we demand a lot from them. We're pushing long hours on the machines, but we've shown that over the 9 years with the machine we can grow, and we can give the results to the farmers what they need. So yeah, that's basically in terms of the silage. What we do is very critical for the farmer, and we haven't come in the cheapest. We've come in with the best technology that we can get our hands onto, that being the machine, as well as all the extras that we fit onto the machines that make our service a little bit more reliable and a little bit ahead of our opposition. One thing being Harvest Lab that we took on this year for the first time, which has really just been an added benefit for the farmers, which the information that they're getting is very useful, and with the cross reference on the lab results that we've been getting from those same bunkers, we're pretty confident that the information that we're receiving off Harvest Lab lines up with what they're going to be getting told, a month or two down the line from the lab. So that's been one thing that we've really feel that we've added value to our operation. And of course it's replacing machinery and not allowing your machines to go over over a certain age before we replace them. So we've looked at that as well, and even looked at having backup machines, which is something we're going to be looking into going forward. That some of the older machines, instead of trading in, we keep them and rather have them as a spare backup machine, so that any mishap on our end, whether it be mechanical, we can have that backup, that we don't get behind schedule. Because at the end of the day, the guys at the end of the list are going to get their crop cut late if we get behind. So that's what we understand. We want to be on time. We want to do a good job. We want our equipment to run fuel efficient, so that at the end of the day, the bottom line for the farmer, he's getting a better return. So those are the type of things that we feel we're adding. One of the things that we find is moisture. Is to me the biggest advantage of it, is being able to read accurate moisture. Moisture determines a lot from the compaction in the pit. We know that we want to be at 65% moisture. That's where we're getting our best results. But on Harvest Lab, the rest of the information regarding protein, the sugars, the starches, that information is all there. It doesn't assist us in any way as contractors, but for the farmer, that's very valuable information for them to know. We do find different varieties is giving you different results, which one's also picking up in moisture. Cutting crop at different moistures does change different levels of starch and things like that in the crop. So that information is useful for the farmer, yeah. So what we have found with Harvest Lab this year, we actually had the moisture working on Harvest Lab last year. And what we did find were comments such as, we never thought it was dry, or we never thought it was wet. So, the perception the farmer has of his crop is often wrong. And what's been nice is that we've been able to actually show them and say, look, your crop was cut on time, or we probably cut it too early last year, or we could have held back a bit, or yes, we are slightly late. We can see that the moisture's dropped. So that information, has been helpful. What we've also got into the last 2 years is JD Link. It's been a huge advantage to us. I'm able to monitor each individual machine. We can see the workload for the day. We can compare fuel consumption on machines. We can compare our operators as well, productivity-wise. That's all off our smartphone or in the office. That's been a very handy tool for us, just to make sure that we're running efficiently. The error codes that are coming through can alert us of anything wrong with the machine before. As soon as the operator knows, I am aware of what's going on, and it assists our dealer in terms of the backup, just to give them that head start on the problem, and they can diagnose it from where they are and get us going a lot quicker than what it would be for them to get to the field, find out, diagnose it there. The actual machine, the 8600's been a big step forward for us. Previously to this, we were running the 7780. They both run the same motor, same output, but what we have noticed a difference in the area we're cutting per drum hour. We've gone up from an average of 2.5 hectares a drum hour on the 7780 to just over 3 hectares a drum hour on the 8600. For us in a season, that equates to 300 hectares in a season, which is it's just giving us that much more capacity, and you just feel that you can get through a lot more work with it. We've enjoyed all the features the 86 has given us. We custom build all our machines from factory, so we can add what we feel is beneficial to our operation and where we're working. So things from the tires to the wider tires, better flotation, smoother ride. We do find that our fields can be a little bit uneven. From the Pro Drive, which is allowing us to get quicker between fields, we're moving a lot faster. The machines actually staying with the tractors, so when they get to the next farm, they're all arriving together. We've got the 4-wheel drive, which has been a huge asset to have in wet conditions, as well as The operator comfort. We've definitely found that our operators are a lot more comfortable in their machines. They're giving us a lot more hours in a day. They're definitely happier to sit there for longer, and they feel that with a bigger cab, they are feeling better to sit there. All the functions, in terms of the operation of the machine, easier to operate. The screen, the setup, all that for the operators become a lot simpler, a lot easier. The machine's bigger, it's got more room for you to work, to get in and out of, for mechanics to service and do maintenance checks, a lot more room. So we're very excited and we're very confident using the 8600.
The contractor, we've got a good relationship with him, and he really tries to give us a good service. And in that, with this new harvest lab, he's going to be able to give us the dry matter, the NDFs, and the starch contents, which is important for us, so that we'll know what to work around. And the other important thing is to be able to get good compactions in the pit, and the machine is then able to automatically change the cut length, which will certainly improve the quality product that we're able to put before the cow. I think the biggest benefit of would be to generate a yield map or a tonnage map for the land, and then you would be able to know what to address for the future plantings, or corrections, fertilizer corrections, and whether there's maybe issues in the soil, or give us an indication that we must start looking for issues in the soil, and being able to address the agronomic factors that we are under control of.